Hey everybody, Ace here. Cars are important, and the majority of people in the United States actually own a car. Transportation consists of one of the top expenses for the majority of Americans. Let me state one thing though. Cars, or the majority of cars, are not an investment. Cars actually depreciate in value over time. The minute you drive a car off a lot, it depreciates in value. And the more miles you put onto that car, it's gonna continue to lose value because of that. What I think, and what I like to tell people, is look or think about cars the same way you think about your own clothes, right? They're nice to have, they're a necessity to have, they need to be worn and used, but ultimately they're going to be replaced. Just like your shoes that you wear in your feet. The majority of cars will need to be replaced after you put a certain number of miles on them and you wear and tear them down. Most likely, you're not buying a car as an investment. You're buying a car as something to use to get you from point A to point B, or to travel around. But if you are one of those people that are buying a car as an investment, please feel free to just send me a message after this so we can connect. Leasing a car is a bad financial decision. It's actually a losing financial decision. You're making payments on a car that at the end of the contract, you don't even get to own.
But Ace, I can buy my leased car at the end of the term.
Oh, you can? Was that specified in the leasing contract? Do you really love that car? Are you sure you even want to buy it? Can you afford the payments? Did you exceed the mileage limit? Is the buyout price even correct? If you were really gonna buy the car at the end of the lease in the first place, why did you even lease it? Listen here, leasing a car is a luxury. You're making payments to rent a car that ultimately you don't even have to care for as long as you follow the set rules given to you. And at the end of it, you can choose a new car to lease, or at the end of your lease contract, renew it for the same car. You don't have to pay repairs, you don't have to worry about the tires, you don't have to worry about the car depreciating in value, but at the end of the lease, you are left with holding nothing. Here's a not so crazy thought. Instead of making payments to rent a car and have nothing at the end, you could actually be making payments on that car and building equity in that vehicle. And then once the loan is completely paid off, guess what? You own the car. No more payments because you're renting it. No more payments because you're financing it. Once you own it, you own it. And then the major expenses after that are really just your maintenance for the car. Think about all that extra money that you could put towards something else once you actually own that car. Now, if you really want to buy your car at the end of the lease, you're going to need to consider these following things. The value of the car in its current condition, the mechanical history of the car, whether you're gonna have to pay excess mileage charges if you drove over that mileage limit, and whether or not you're actually gonna have to pay reconditioning fees or any sort of wear and tear maintenance fees. All of those things just add up and make purchasing your previously leased car just not worth it at all. Because instead of going through all of that hassle to figure all those things out and dealing with all the additional fees, you could just buy a certified pre-owned car off the lot and have that instead. Like I said previously, leasing a car is a financially bad decision. The best option is actually just to buy a good used car in full with cash. But if you have to finance a good certified pre-owned car, then that would be the second best decision. I personally own a certified pre-owned Honda Civic, and I had to buy that through financing, but I ended up paying that loan off early. And that car has been an amazing car for the last 7 years that I've owned it, and for the last 4 of those 7 years, I haven't had a car payment whatsoever. So ultimately, all the money that I would have been putting towards my car payment, I can just take and invest now and see amazing growth from those investments. So if you are currently leasing your car, just think twice about doing it any longer, because there are a lot better options out there for you. And that's all I have for you today. Leasing a car is one of the worst financial decisions that you can make. If you liked this video or learned anything, please just tap that thumbs up button for me, subscribe for more content, and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions on purchasing a car or if you're currently leasing your car. And until then, I hope to see you in the next video.